Still to come on the Afro Journal podcast.
It make your body feel nice, but you just been abused because you're not going anywhere.
Exactly. So me doing that is me putting myself out there
in front of the
whole school.
Yeah,
Jesus. I'll say this was a pussy moment from Chisom.
Yeah,
right.
Actually, the air in my voice passed away.
Yeah, I thought to myself, just like, if I ever write love notes in this life, because that thing always gets leaked. It always gets leaked.
The girls will just be passing it around each other.
I've had a gross of balls, and I was like, I wrote a letter.
Oh my god. The land. Did this girl just say this to me?
It is all fair game, fam. Learn the game or get out.
I was like, yo, man, I need to back out. This is too much pressure. This is too much pressure. This is too abort. Yo, they ain't ready, bro.
They are not ready. Hey,
are you guys seeing this Afro, bro? Are you seeing this Afro, bro?
Is looking quite nice, if I do say so myself. Wow.
I need to get a journal soon. Where's my journal?
Man, I came in with the pink hats today. The hair.
Flex the hair a little bit. Flex the hair a little bit.
Just how to protect the hair a little bit today. But yo,
welcome back to the Afro Journal podcast. It's your boy Peter Nkechukwu Chibuzo Aliogo Jr.
And it's your boy Chisom Ejikeme Jeremiah Okafor. Swagalicious.
Hey,
that's that Raz name he gave me one episode.
Oh my gosh. Well, this is episode 14. Chisom 114, bro.
14, bro.
Oh my gosh. We're going,
man.
We going.
Wow.
We're going. But before we talk about the topic for today, let's hear the proverb, the explanation for last week. Here we go.
Yo, Afro Journal, what's poppin'? It's Nelson, it's your boy, aka Big Man, aka Mr. I won't steal your girl because I'm already spoken for, plus I am not a thief. Yo, thanks for having me last week. So my saying was, si l'on vous dit qu'on peut avaler une pastèque, croyez-le. So it actually means if someone tells you they can swallow a watermelon, believe them. And the second part of that is, c'est qu'il a entièrement confiance en son anus. So the full saying in English is, if someone tells you they can swallow a watermelon whole, believe them. They must have entire confidence in their anus. So yeah, that's just saying, I guess it means, sometimes you gotta take what people say, on surface level. If they say they can do something, let them try it. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. So yeah.
All right. Thank you, Nelson. For that beautiful explanation.
We love to hear.
Yeah, shout out to the boys.
The boys. That was a great episode. Go check out that episode if you didn't listen to it. Go listen to it.
Very nice.
A lot of juice.
A lot of bangers. A lot of hot moments on that last episode. We're bringing more heat.
More heat here, man.
On this episode today, we want to talk about a very serious topic, but special in both of us, because we both have different approaches to this topic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. That's
so today's episode is how to deal with rejection. As a man, because that's the only perspective we can speak of.
Exactly.
So
your rejection, man. That thing, I feel like it's something that haunts a lot of people, like almost all your life. It's something that you think about a lot from when you're like trying to pick people who will play football on the same team. So when you're asking someone to marry you, it's like something that, I don't know, like it hits hard sometimes, and like can honestly be a very traumatizing experience, to be honest. But the way you deal with it can either make or shake, like make or break you.
Yeah. I mean, it goes from girls, from schools, acceptance. You know what I mean? Apply for schools. It goes from what else? What else could be?
It's like even just playing games,
playing games,
shooting your shot, applying to jobs, asking for help, asking for a favor. Just things as little as that, but it's just like I feel like almost every day there's an opportunity to get rejected. If you think about it, unless you're not interacting with people that much. Even at work, you're asking for a raise, asking for a promotion. It's like,
but they are like the major ones. You know what I mean?
Yo, the ones that
they're the major ones. The ones that just and that always has to do with girls, man. The major ones, those are the ones that give you emotional roller coaster. You're like, oh my god, did this girl just say this to me? You just look at yourself like, wow, how do I react?
You'll be like, yo, I thought I was a bad guy, man, but yo, honestly, that thing will just humble you immediately.
That thing went left. Went complete left. All right. So, do we start with giving examples?
Yeah. We can give a few examples of like times we got rejected in our lives. I feel like that would be fun.
You start.
You want me to start?
Yeah. Because you know me, I have a lot of rejection. We and Chiso are completely different.
We are completely different.
Like Chiso, like I would say, I don't shoot my shot that much. I shoot my shot more than Chisom though.
Yeah.
So I have more experience with rejection than Chisom has ever had. Yeah.
I mean, it's a simple numbers game, right? Like the more you shoot your shot, the more rejections you're going to get, but also the more like bags you're going to
definitely
bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or the more bags you're going to secure. So it's I don't know, it's just a simple numbers game. But for me, it's like, I mean, growing up, I never really like when it came to like shooting your shot with girls, like I was always like, I mean, what do I really want from this girl anyways, right? Like why am I really shooting my shots? Am I trying to smash? No. Am I trying to do all this? No. You know, like especially like with my high school brain, back like secondary school brain, I was like, I mean, you know, people would be like asking girls, writing all these love notes and all of that. That's what we used to do back in the day, remember?
Oh my god, I was never that type of guy to write love notes. Hell no.
Yeah, I saw to myself, just like, if I ever write love notes in this life, because that thing always gets leaked. It always gets leaked.
The girls just be passing it around each other. God. And you're just like, oh my gosh, did you hear what like so and so wrote to Vanessa or something like that?
The worst is like when they now go to their hostel, because we went to boarding school. They now go to their hostel. That your notes will go through the whole set.
Oh my gosh, man.
Everybody. The thing now is like, if you're a bad guy, it's okay, right? Like if you're the guy,
but bad guys don't do that kind of thing.
But that thing, like most bad guys don't do, unless it's like these like mainstream relationships, right? Like the like popular, like the popular guy, the popular girl are dating. So that in that situation they can do it because it's like the mainstream relationship, like everyone loves that relationship. They're the bad guys, but regular boys, nah, man, it's not the simp ass guys. You know, I feel like most guys grow up simps, to be honest.
Honestly, yeah, I was a simp. I was a simp during my early stages in secondary school. I was a simp, bro. I was such a simp. Oh my gosh! Before we hit puberty like that, I was a simp, man. Gosh, it was so bad.
Yeah, I know. We'll talk about that. You're simping later. But for me, I say I was a half simp, right? Because I was extreme. Like, okay, in primary school. Okay, I went to private school. I went to my mom's school, right? So in that school, I was obviously a popular kid, so I didn't need to simp for anything. My mom literally owned the school, so like, I'm like, what am I doing here? You know, I'm like, I don't like everyone is trying to be my friend.
Everyone knows me.
Everyone knows me. Teachers, students, everyone is trying. So I didn't need to simp. I didn't need to do that. I was already all set, right? When I now moved to Lagos, I was like primary 4, like. I didn't simp too because I came in obviously quiet at first, but then once I got to know people, you start making friends. I was good at sports, you know, and then like, I mean, I guess the girls thought I was pretty good looking too at the time, you know. Like, I mean, my primary school, honestly, I think I was cute in primary school. Don't disrespect me.
Yeah. I'm not saying anything.
The way you do your eyes. I'm not saying anything. So because
you're the one that literally told me that you look like a shrimp, but
no, what I'm saying, I mean, that was me. When I look at my baby pictures, I was cute. But the thing is that when I went to secondary school, people start hitting puberty, right? Because in primary school, all of us are children, so it's okay for you to look like a child. But when you get to secondary school, most of your friends are hitting puberty and you still look like a baby. That's a whole different ball game. And that's what hits me in secondary school. You start seeing
guys getting like beard.
Facial hair, start like getting older, start getting taller. you know, growing, like everything's getting bigger. And you're just there like still looking like a shrimp. So that was my issue in secondary school. But primary school I was normal, you know, like I was considered, I was short because we're all short. I wasn't looking young because we're all young. So I was fine. So in primary school I didn't need to simp that much.
Yeah.
So you get what I'm saying? Like I was just naturally friendly with girls and all of that. But once I hit secondary school, it wasn't easy anymore, man. Like, you know, especially like GS 3-ish, GS 2-ish, when guys start hitting puberty, they're like moving, growing, everything.
When your seniorities, the senior boys will start toasting
the girls in your class. You know, and then I feel like there are a lot of things that determine your ranking in school. Yeah. Right, there can be like, I mean, we can break this down in another episode because we're talking about rejection right now, so we can break this down in another episode. But the bottom line is, I wasn't a bad guy.
Yeah. I was in the beginning. Completely left. I was a child. I was acting like I was in primary school.
Like I didn't know the latest songs.
I skipped. I wasn't listening to songs like that. I skipped primary 6, so like I was like one of the youngest.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So like my mentality was also completely different than even within my set. You know what I mean? It was kind of like it was like a shock because I've always stayed at home. When you're in boarding school, you now have to like live by yourself. You know what I mean? It's a whole different kind of vibe.
Yep. I mean, that makes sense. So like I was pretty much a bad guy, same as you. So automatically I went from, you know, like not being like being a regular kid to being like a guy that wanted approval from girls almost.
Yeah.
So like I became extra nice to girls. Extra nice. I didn't do like all these love letters.
We're looking at each other right now.
Yeah. Like I became extra nice. So like I wasn't like and obviously there's some guys that can go the other way because as kids you can develop in different routes, right? Some guys will become more assholes to girls because they're just like they think it might work or something. They think that's a route to go. But it could work.
It could work if you do it the right way
and everything. It could. But then for me, I just became extra nice to girls. You know, like maybe like if a girl maybe like she does, maybe like she asked me for my popcorn and I want to eat the popcorn. I know I want to use this popcorn bag.
Or give her half of your meat pie.
I'll give her half of my meat pie.
It's just like you know it's a cute girl you like. You're like, oh God, I have to give this girl. I have to give it to her.
They ate our food. And those girls, they know themselves. They ate our food. I'm looking at you. You know yourself. You ate my food. Yeah? You ate my food.
They'll be looking all cute. You're like, oh Peter, oh Chiso, can you give me half of your meat pie? I don't have money right now. Like, can you help me? I'm hungry, please. And you're like, you just be smiling like, okay. And in your head, you make your body feel nice, but you know you just been abused because you're not going anywhere.
Exactly, because you're so hungry.
Yeah.
Oh man, so that's kind of the way I was. But I would say like my first real experience, but I was always scared to put myself out there because one, there was a multiple of reasons. One, I was like, I don't really want anything from these girls anyways, right? Yeah. But then two is the fear of rejection too, right? That definitely played a role. But the first time I put myself out there, you remember I told you I said I would not write love letter?
Yeah.
I wrote should I say the closest thing to a love letter, but not really.
Oh my God.
Okay, let me explain.
You wrote it like on a piece of paper on a. Okay, just tell a story.
It wasn't to a crush. It wasn't to a girl I like. That one I was just like, no, that's it. No, I'm not going to put myself out there like that. But this one was like, I don't know if you know about the school mother, school father thing, right?
Oh yeah.
So I mean, the concept is simple, right? Like there's a senior that you want to be your friend, and then you become like a school mother, school father, and that they kind of become like your senior friend.
Yeah.
And they start protecting you. Your rep goes up, all of that. Your reputation goes up, all of that, right? So there was this girl. She was my table head, right? I can break that down in another episode. But she was shot. Like we always ate together. Me and like she was heading like 10. Me and 9 other boys on the same table, right? Otherwise, this girl was fine, but she was in SS1 at the time. I was in GS2.
Wow.
For context, that's grade 8 versus grade 11.
Yo, guy, you have balls. If you actually did that, you have balls.
I mean, she was cute. She bring her cute friends to the table all the time. So
honestly, some of the seniors, bro, were babes. That's when you like see like woman. You're like, wow.
Exactly. Like you're looking at like you with your how old was that? Maybe 11.
Yeah, and they're like 12. 15, and they're like,
wow, like, damn, man, this girl's so obviously I started having a crush on this girl like that, but I knew that it was never going to work between me and her. So the closest thing I could get was, okay, maybe she can be my school mother, right?
Oh my gosh.
So to ask, I was thinking about it. I was like, guy, how did I ask her for this thing? How did I ask her that? This girl, imagine, this girl abused my food though. I've already done the same shit. I give her some of my milk, give her some of my plantain, give her some. So I finally grew some balls, and I was like, I wrote a letter.
Oh my god. The land.
I wrote a letter. I was like, I don't remember what the word. I wish I took a picture of that letter, but they didn't allow phones or cameras. But I should remember just asking in the letter, yo, like, can you be my school mother? I'd really love to be your school son, something like that. Yo. The thing is that she had a sister in my set, so I gave it to her to give it to her.
Oh my god.
I didn't want to give it to her directly.
Yay.
The good thing is she gave it to her. It didn't spread around my own set. Thank God. Okay. That was a huge risk I took, but it didn't spread. Right? The babe was pretty cool. I was pretty cool with the babe at the time too. But yo, this girl, like, because I gave it to her, I think I gave it to her like after lunch. She gave it to her sister. So the next day I was obviously expecting a response, whether she would send me a letter back or she would tell me when we see on the table. She didn't say anything.
Shit.
Just like nothing. In my head I was just like
that awkwardness. Oh my god.
No
response.
What's happening here? So what happened was, I now asked her, I was like, oh, like maybe like 30 visits to the lodge or whatever. I was like, oh, did you see my letter? She now chuckle. She was like, yes. And I was like, oh, like, so how far now? What you said? She was like, oh, I'm not really I don't really like school children. I was just like,
your heart was have just synced.
I was just like, yo. I was like, can I just exit this lodge right now?
Can I go take a poop?
Can I just leave this dining hall right now? I was just like, yo.
Was it in front of everyone?
No. It wasn't in front of everyone.
It was just like, you two.
Guys were there, but it was just two of us, so it wasn't that bad. If all that guys could hear, that would have been 10 times worse. I was just like, yo. I didn't feel like crying, obviously. It wasn't that deep for me, but like the way my chest was just like, I was very like hot. The temperature.
That feeling, that first time feeling is just like,
yo. You're just like, yo. And then like your appetite is like almost zero at that point. And everything. But then I know that she told some of her set guys. So some of her set guys are now making fun of me too later on.
I hate that shit, bro. I hate that shit.
You want this guy
because when I was a senior, I never like did that kind of shit. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, because that stuff was so annoying. Like when like they find out of like something within your set that's going within your class, and they now make fun of you, because you can't talk back. You can't talk back. You just have to eat it. Just be looking there, looking stupid. Just like that. That stuff was messed up.
But that was like the first, like, I would say, real rejection that I got. Like that I really remember that in my life. Oh man. But what about you, fam?
I mean, mine was during that same period of time, but when I was getting into school, I like in primary school I was never like the in it kid. You know what I mean? I was just like always in the middle. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was like neither here or not there. You know, but I thought that I played football, but I wasn't that good. Yeah. I knew I could run, but I wasn't the most athletic. You know, I thought I was cute, but with girls never, say that, oh, Peter Adiogo is the cutest. You know what I mean? So like I was like just like there. You know what I mean? So like going to primary school, I was excited. Secondary school, sorry. Going into secondary school, I was excited. But like during my first year, I already knew my place. I was like, I couldn't dress well. Yeah. You know what I mean? My trousers and jackets were oversized. You know what I mean? My hair was off key. You know, then I was not growing. I was not having like a lot of pimples because I was hitting puberty during that time too.
You're one of
but
the
like early
pimple
stages.
kids.
Yeah, I was one of the pimple kids. Yeah, and you know, I was also like, I also couldn't like talk to girls that well. Like I could talk to girls, but like not like in a very like flirty kind of way. Like I was not about that vibe. But I knew I liked girls.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I knew I liked girls.
You just know I like this girl.
I like this girl, but I don't know how to communicate my
I'll
feelings.
just give you my bit pie.
I'll just tell you, oh, I like you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that was literally my idea. I was like, I'll just tell you that I like her. Like I'll make her try to like me too. You know what I mean? Like being nice. Like on that same shit. And you know, I wasn't the one that could dress well. You know, when you're allowed to bring your like not wear uniform, you're allowed to bring casuals. Like I wasn't dressing the best at all.
That was a whole conversation we can have.
I was now supposedly immature too, because you know I used to run. You know when you used to run to talk shop.
Yeah, don't go.
I was
go
one
to
of those
we
kids.
can break this down in the secondary school episode. Don't go to the but when you said that, I was like, yo.
I was one of those kids that sprinted.
Oh man.
And also, you know, how to deal with the new life of boarding school. So it was a whole mix, and I liked this girl. In year 7, you know, I mean that's GS1.
Yeah,
but in year 7, and this girl, right? I feel that she knew I liked her without a doubt. I liked her since the beginning of it. You know when you say a girl, all the new girls in your set, you like pick a few that like, she's kind of cute. Then like when you get to know them more and more, then you're like, oh, like I like this one. You know, and I was like simping for this girl, bro. Simping hard.
Yo, Kevin Samuels would be so angry at you. Man.
I was so nice. I was so this. I was so that. I was like, you know, like you know, I was like pushing myself just to be extremely nice to this girl, you know, and she didn't like me back. But like every one of my boys knew that I liked her. Yeah, but she wasn't
feeling it like
she wasn't feeling it at all. She's like, oh, Peter, you're a nice guy. Oh my gosh. She just called me a nice guy. I was like, I mean, okay, yes, I'm a nice guy. I'm like, I agree with that. You know what I mean? But like, this is not what I was looking for.
But like, I'm not trying to be.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be nice. I'm trying to, you know, hold your hand kind of vibe. Exactly. You know what I mean? But obviously, those girls like the bad guys in our set. You know what I mean? Yeah. The ones that were athletic. The ones that had swag. You know what I mean? The ones that were good looking. Yeah. You know what I mean? In those early stages. Yeah. And, well, I wasn't competing. I couldn't compete with those kind of guys because, you know, I wasn't that type. I was good in mathematics. Like, you already know that. I was, like, good in math. So I was kind of, like, smart. But, like, smart on the science and mathematics side of things. Not the English, geography, history kind of vibe. French? Hell no.
Français?
No. Or whatever I say. No.
Oui.
What's no in French?
No.
Boo. It's not boo?
You say no?
Yeah, no in French.
Boo is beautiful.
Okay, well, whatever it is.
No is no.
I was bad in French too. So people used to ask me, oh, Peter, can you help me? Like, that's what I was known for, like helping people with their homework or like understanding things. Oh my God. I was kind of like that dead.
You're an American dead, pretty much.
Oh my gosh. I was kind of that dead, bro. But the thing is that I played sports. Because you know that Nigerian culture, you have to play football. Like, you have to show that masculine energy and compete. Exactly. You know, and you can't be out here be getting bullied like that. Nah.
Facts, bro. Facts.
So, obviously, I spent a whole year, the whole set, liking this girl. You know, and nothing happened. So I was like, okay, like, you know, she likes, like, you know, when she goes for like the bad boys, I'm like, that's painful, bro. You know, because like I gave you so much attention, I gave you this, but the girl is not giving me back. So this was like year 7. So I started like, you know, picking up on things, you know, to use in the future. Year 8 came, right? The same thing. I moved to a different girl in the set. I liked her for the whole year, doing that same simping shit. You know why? Because of I was so like. I was like, well, I can't like talk bad to her because I like her. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, you pretty much could treat her like a normal girl. Yeah, you treat her extra, almost like a princess.
perfect. That word, princess. You treat her like a prince, like a queen. Like, you know what I mean? You be on that sip.
Yeah.
You know, you try to when you're sitting down in like a classroom, you just be looking at her like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. That's the kind of shit you be doing.
From a young age, girls pick up on that and they don't like it for some reason. I don't understand why it doesn't work. Like,
yeah, they don't like that like friendly energy. Also, I don't know if they don't like it. Well, it might work for some people, but I shall know it never worked for me.
Because
like showing that I was being extra nice and liking this girl.
Because the bad guys were not extra nice though.
The bad guys were not extra nice. They were treating them like one of the
fresh
dudes,
guys.
like one of the dudes, or like even below that. You know what I mean? Like just talking to them anyhow. I was like, bro, how can you say that to the girl? Like, how can you just like grab her hand like that? You know, like touching the girl was like kind of like a very sensitive thing. You know, but all these bad guys would just be like, just be like moving mad. I'm like, yo, man, like, where's your cojones coming from? You know what I mean? So like, I had zero cojones to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the second one was really painful because I tried extra hard. The one in year 8, and you know, I was like, bro, like, I'm probably gonna spend my whole secondary school year just looking left. You know what I mean? Like, no girl liking me, just be looking anyhow. So that's when the Pira that was evolving started coming out. The Pira. Chef Pirero started coming out. He was like, nigga, I'm never on this same shit again. Never. After that summer, I never. And I started looking into myself. You know what I mean? Started taking off my hair. Started cleaning myself well.
Like trying to become a bad guy.
Trying to make my uniform look clean, look crisp. You know, have that kind of swag. Change my shoe. I was not doing those kind of dead ass shoes. My Nigerian people know. I was not trying to do all those kind of dead ass shoes. I was doing that, you know.
The fresh ones.
The fresh ones. People know the
you know the fresh ones because like you know those ones that like.
I was not on that. I was not on that kind of vibe. You know, that kind of shit. Those kind of shoes
that shit like this.
I was not on that kind of shit
like this.
Now, and and also, you know, during that time, I grew. You know what I mean? I started getting taller. Puberty was hitting. You know, my face structure was coming out.
Yeah.
You know, everything was just going in an upward direction. Yeah. Like literally, year 9 came, wham, it hit. I was like, okay, like, you know, I was looking okay, right? I was like, fine, but like, there wasn't like any like traction.
Yeah.
You feel me? But like, I was like, in my own, I was like, I'm fine. Like, I'm not out there.
I tell us a story about your rejection. I tell us a story about the evolution of Chef Pirero.
Evolution of Chef Pirero, man.
Like, we're talking about rejection.
Okay. So
talking about rejection.
But I'm just trying to give people context, man, because I cannot.
I mean, one thing that this is very good. This is very good talk. You know, for an episode about secondary school transition.
Okay.
But if I'm going to get your rejection,
right. Okay, so those were my two experiences.
Yeah, just like, you know, that's fashion and rejection. Let's talk about.
Let me talk about my up story. You know, up from the ground up. You feel me? Okay. But that was like my very first rejection, and those ones hurt because I liked it. Just imagine liking for a girl the whole year.
The whole year.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doing everything, simping, and like you get nothing out of it. It's like, bro.
They just go with the bad guy. They just
they just go with
Peter is such a nice guy.
And like that stuff was so annoying. They always go with the bad guys. You know, the guys that don't know anything, and just like you know, like life is unfair. Like that's what he started doing. That life is unfair. It's just like you have to switch up, man. You have to switch it up.
You know, the game of attraction. That's where you learn it, man. It's a different game. You can't just be nice all the time. Mm-hmm. You know, but obviously, the older you get, the more mature you get with things as well.
The more strategies you know.
Man. So when we grew up, you know, we started shooting real shots, not just all this like giving girls meat pie.
Yeah. Trying to be nice.
Nice. We started shooting real shots. How did that go for you, Chef Pirero, that has evolved?
Well, I'll tell you different periods because I have 3 different periods. You know, secondary school in Nigeria, high school in the US, and university in the US. Secondary school in the US, honestly, I was lit. I'm not gonna lie to you. During that year 10, year 11, peak confidence.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Peak confidence. Like I was like, I'm most handsome. You know what I mean. I'm one of the smartest guys in the set. You feel me?
No, that's secondary school in Nigeria, right?
Secondary school in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I can play football. I was like one of the like athletic ones. You know what I mean? I wasn't the most athletic.
So
but I was one of the athletic ones.
There. You didn't get rejected in that.
I didn't get. I hardly got rejected.
Okay.
Like hardly got rejected, and I wasn't shooting my shot with like any type of girl. I was going for the innate girls. But I wasn't. But let me just say this: I wasn't like one of those popular guys. Like I wasn't the guy that you call outside school. Yeah, you know what I mean? I was in my. It was literally in my school setting. You know, because my parents did not allow that kind of shit. So I wasn't allowed to do all this kind of outside of the school events.
Yeah.
But in the school, people were asking me to be my what do you call it?
School
father, school father, like boys, girls. I'm just like, I'm like, it's okay. Like my brother, because I had a younger brother in my set.
Yeah.
My younger brother was to be telling me, oh, this girl wants you to be her school father.
This guy really loves this Peter Upcombe story, man. Like this guy just smashing all the rejection and just like, let me just tell them about the height.
Let me just say that was the height.
Yeah.
Of my confidence in that teenage area.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, moved to the US. I was youngest in my set, year 11.
Yeah.
Because I moved to year 11. I repeated year 11 in the US.
Yep.
And I was still the youngest. And I was the skinniest, looked scrawny. Scrawny. You know when you see yourself compared to American kids, you're like a shrimp.
Yeah. For some reason, American kids grow so fast and so early.
And they have muscles.
They hit, yeah. Like we come here like toothpicks.
Yeah. I was looking like as if I was in year 8. They set it, I was looking like a year 8 student. Then I had to cut my hair. You know what I mean? Because I was in the military. I was in a military school. My confidence just
it took a hit.
And I was not the only African.
Oh,
so like God, the accent came into a factor. I was just like, shit, my confidence went back to the floor. I was like, okay, like I need to do something about this,
Yep.
And I don't know if you want me to give you a story about.
No, like okay, so like your confidence took a hit, but you still had to shoot your shots.
I wasn't shooting my shot like that.
Yeah,
honestly, but this
was the time. Did you shoot your shot at all?
In that period of time, not really. No.
What about
I didn't shoot my shot because I wasn't confident.
What about that? What you told me about?
No, but I want to tell you, like I shot my shot in like a different way.
Okay.
It wasn't like toasting babe, like trying to be a girlfriend. I was let me take you to prom kind of vibe. Well, let me tell you about this rejection in high school. Oh my gosh, man. This was bad. Oh my god. This one is embarrassing. Oh, that's talking about it makes me want to
cry. He told me this story yesterday. I was just dying.
So obviously, senior year kind of vibes. I'll say I was okay. Like I was respectable. I wasn't like that, honestly.
Yeah, you weren't the worst, but you weren't.
I wasn't the worst. I wasn't the best. I was back to that like middle section. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And plus, I'm not the only one of the few black kids that were there. And I'm not the only African. Ooh. So you just imagine the settings.
Wait, high school kids again.
High school kids, yeah. So I was going to ask this girl to prom that I had a really good what do you call it? A really good relationship with. Like I was in art class. We sat next to each other in art class. She did cross country. She played soccer. I was literally one of the best soccer players. So that was where, and also one of the. I was really good in cross country. So that's where my pride came from. You know what I mean? Some of my pride came from because I was a beast on the pitch. You feel me?
Yep.
So some of my pride came from there. And I was also like I was also good at drawing because she was in the same art class as me. Mm-hmm. And like I was very good, and like everyone knew that I was like, oh, like Peter is really good at drawing. He's like one of the best. Mm-hmm. So actually, funny enough, my art drawing is still in my school's like gallery. Funny enough.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
You told them to send that thing to you, man. Return that thing.
Like that's it to the school. It'd be really important in the future for now.
I bet.
So it was one of those like situations where like I was hyping myself up with my guys, telling them like, okay, I'm going to like do this, like I was out there trying planning for limo to go pick this girl up. I was telling my dad, I was like, your dad, like if I was successful, right? I was like, your dad, I want like limousine kind of.
You told your dad you want limousine.
No. This is what I was telling myself. This is what I was telling myself.
I was like, how would that conversation go?
I honestly, I don't even know what I was like. Now that I'm thinking about that kind of, I was so stupid. But this is what I was thinking during that time. This was, how old was I? I was 16. I was 16.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like, yo, man, because I like the girl, and I'm the kind of guy that if I really like you, and we're together, I'll give you my all. Straight up give you my all.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, I was hyping myself with my guys, and I've also had stories in the US like we're going to share a limousine with a group of friends, not just me. I'll pay my portion, but we'll go pick her up, in a limo to go to prom. So it was just I was hyping myself with a group of my friends, and telling that like, oh, this is the plan. I'm going to ask this girl like maybe next week or something like that. This was like on Friday or Thursday. Literally on Saturday, I was going to the cafeteria. Then a different girl in my set, that is friends with the girl I was going to ask, just suddenly came up to me. And like, like we're chill, we're okay, but she doesn't like come up to me like that. You know what I mean? She doesn't move like that. She just come up to like, oh yeah, Peter, like I heard that you were going to ask so and so out, but she's already going with someone from my set. Like I'm just here to tell you, so like you don't like put yourself in that kind of situation when she's like, damn, going to reject you like that. Damn. And this was like, I was like in the cafeteria. When you're going to the cafeteria, you're not expected to hear any kind of bombshell. Like, I thought this
was low key, man.
Yeah, like, I was like, who is the nigga that snitched on me, bro? Who is the nigga that snitched on me? But honestly, thank you for that, because I was going to like, it's going to become embarrassing.
You were pretty much pre-approved.
I was pre-rejected.
You were pre-rejected.
I was pre-rejected. So
oh man.
So that happened. Bad. So, and I was like, in my head, I was just like,
yeah,
is she really saying what she's saying right now? I was like, how do you know? It's like, oh, because she's friends with the two of them that are supposedly already planning to go to prom. So I was like, oh yeah, like it's already sorted out, and like I heard from so and so that I was like, who told you? She's like, oh, she doesn't want to disclose that information. I was like, okay, it's fine. I was like, in my head, I was like, in like face value, I was like acting like a bad guy. I was like, okay, it's fine. It's like whatever, it's okay. Because I said, sometimes even though you like, as someone from Nigeria, like I feel like I was like representing like us. I was like, I can't be no bitch and start crying for 100%. A girl like that.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%. You have to represent.
Chest that shit.
You have to take it well. That's one of the ways to deal with rejection.
Take it extremely well. So I was just like, okay, it's fine. But when I sat at the cafeteria eating my food, discussing with some of my friends, I was just cringing inside. You know what I mean? Because I could see the group of friends that the girl that told me was just there, and they were just gossiping, like talking on stuff. Yeah, this is some American shit, man.
Oh, some American cringe.
Shit. I was just cringing.
When you know
but obviously, I chested that stuff. Chested it. I just went, after eating and stuff like that. Just walked out. You know where like the emotion is still there. It's like, it's like. You're like, So like I was like that, but like obviously that was in my heart.
Your heart.
Face value, I was just outside. Like walking normal.
Yep.
Walking normal. So I just went to my room, lay down in my bed, and just it is what it is. You
just think about your life, but then
I was like, you know what? I was like, it is what it is. You have to have self-confidence in yourself, because that's one thing I had. It started to build my self-confidence, not reliant on just my parents or stuff like that. Like, you have to have your inner beauty and what you think about yourself, not what other people tell you. You know what I mean? That really happened to me in secondary school, but in the US, that really tested my inner strength, because of if you let America play with you anyhow, it will mess you up.
Yo,
you know what I mean? It will mess you up.
They can be dicks, man, out here.
You have to. You have to be strong. Yep. You have to be strong, and you have to have self-confidence. Nigga will call you ugly straight up. Some girls will call you ugly straight up. You just be looking like,
like, God
like
damn,
where is this coming from? Like me that I thought I was good looking today, looking in the mirror. You know what I mean? Right? This guy straight up calling me ugly. I was like, okay. But like sometimes shit like that will happen to you, you know what I mean? You have to have confidence within yourself. You know, it's inner confidence.
Yep.
And you know what? And that rejection was bad, but it wasn't hard hitting because I knew I was a nigga. I think I was that guy. You know what I mean? I was like, to me, the qualities I bring overall, you know, very few niggas can back that up. Straight up. Straight up. So like, obviously, you know, I, you know, didn't even ask her at all, but like everything was just moving as usual. You know, met up in art class. I was like, oh, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And that was it, man.
I mean, yeah, you take it like a man.
And just, you know, and that's when I started to like deal with like rejection really well. Yeah. You know, I was like, you know what, it is what it is. Like,
it is how we move.
If she rejected me, she rejected me, bro.
It is what it is how we move. Honestly, if you guys missed that, that's honestly tip number 1 that we have for you here. Take it like a G. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll say fake it till you make it. Right? Because inside you might be feeling like, oh my God, what the hell just happened here, man? Yeah. But on the outside, you have to compose yourself. You know, don't be salty. Don't be anything. Just take it. Don't come and start acting like a... Because honestly, it's in every girl's right to reject you. Like, she doesn't have to do anything with you. You get what I'm saying? But don't now become salty about it. Just take it. Yeah. And then you move. You know? And then hopefully the next time you're successful. But even if you're not, you just keep moving, man. Then when you get to your room, you can cry.
Yeah. And, you know, like, just focus on improving yourself. Don't allow rejection to stagnate you. You know what I mean? Like, that's a very key thing.
That's fast.
Don't allow like, you know, and if you're going to show up with swag. Like when I went to that prom, I showed up with sauce. You feel me? I was like, I'm not here with some. And I was looking at the nigga she was with. I was like, you want
to post some pictures?
Yeah, obviously this was what I was telling myself in my head.
For people to see.
Oh, my prom picture. Yeah, oh my gosh,
you can post it.
Honestly,
you can post it. In the edit, you can post it.
Honestly, gosh, that would be cringe.
I mean,
that would be cringe.
People are getting to know you.
I might do it. Just who knows?
We'll see. Watch out. But yeah. I mean, for me, it's like when it comes to like shooting your shots, like I've never had to outrightly shoot my shots. Does that make sense? And like even when I came to college, I thought like I have to do it. Now I won't lie to you. The fear of rejection and the fear of failure has always been there with me. Like always been there. I'm just like, bruh, like don't put yourself out there like that, man. Because and it was like a 50-50 like fear of rejection and also like you don't really need this. Does that make sense? Like I'm just like, nah, man, this is beneath me. Like I'm a high value guy. I don't need all this. You know, like I'm looking for high value shit. That's what I was telling myself in my head. You know what I'm saying? So like in terms of like sliding in DM, shooting shots, all of that, I didn't do it that much. But what you would do though is, I mean, this one is like almost every guy has faced it. When you go to a party. Right, this was a very common one, the very common type of rejection that almost every guy will face. Like in your life, you will face it. When you go to a party, you're trying to approach a girl. The rejection there can be real, bro. And some of it can be very like, damn, I thought it was a G, but yikes. I guess I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But I remember one time, like obviously you're in a party, everything, you walk up to this girl. You know, you're trying to like talk, do whatever you're doing. And then, you know, it's like the thing is that when you do the tap, you know, like you're trying to get their attention, maybe you tap their shoulder or something, try to get their attention because you've sized them up from afar. You're just like, oh, that's a babe, man.
That's a cute girl.
That's a babe, man. Let me make my move, bro. There's this 3 seconds where the girl sizes you up. Those 3 seconds are very pivotal because you're just even waiting for your fate to be decided right there. It's like you're just like you maybe do it just like, oh, like, hey, I'm this, what's your name, something like that. What they would normally do though, look at your head to toe, back to your head, back to your toe, and just be like, then they will either choose to reply or not.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I was like, they might either just walk away or something. Yo, one time this girl sized me up from head to toe. I was there like this, just waiting. I was just like, yo. She sized me, looked at me, hissed, I walked. I was just like, yo. Like, is this me? Yeah. Is this me? Is this me? Oh man. But anyhow, but those are like mini rejections. They're not like that deep. But it's just like, yo, you just go back, especially if your guys are out there. Let's just say like Peter, some other guys are there with you, and they saw the whole experience. They'll just be like, yo, you see all of them like this.
Yeah.
You now see you walking back, like try to ginger yourself. Try to be like, yeah, it's fine, I'm good.
Honestly, those ones are low key kind of funny because it's with your guys, and you're just going to like pull each other's waist with it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. But yeah, man. What would you say, like, is on that tip? Because even apart from like girls and all that, right? There's also rejection from like jobs, rejection from like schools.
No, but I wanted to talk about the rejection by like when you're in the party.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
One of the nice things on the flip side, is that when you're with your group of guys, you know, and a girl that comes up to you like, oh, like, you know, like say it's a girl like in your class or something, like girl like your friends with outside. And she's like, oh, Peter, like, I should not like, you know, basically tries to call her dance with you. That kind of
good, man.
Your ego.
Like, yo, I'm that G. That G.
I told you who I am, bro. I literally told you who I am.
You know what's funny though? Like, even talking about rejection, sometimes this happened a few times. You know, like you approach a girl, everything. For some reason or the other, she rejects you right there. But then sometimes they come back. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Like, they literally, like, maybe like you approach her, maybe like 10 minutes later, they literally come back to you and they're just like, oh, like, they're trying to like dance with you, or they're trying to like make conversation.
Maybe it's because you showed your dance move. Usually, you know, you always kill the floor. You know what I mean? So like you have a redemption act.
Maybe you show them some redemption acts. In your head, your value has gone up a little bit more.
Exactly. Be that, you know, my dance moves are average at best.
You're average looking at best.
You know,
average at best. Shout out to Kevin Samuels.
My dance moves are average at best. That's my strong point. You feel me? Yeah. So I just be looking at, I'm like, when a girl, like, I mean, you know, when you went for Miami, I'll give you a good example between me and you. Yo. When we went for Miami, I went to a party, went to like a club.
Yeah.
And this one not Chisholm, because it was me. So this really cute girl was at the club. You know, all of us knew, all the guys knew that this girl was cute, right? So we were all like low key trying to shoot her shot. All of us, right?
It's kind of like the best man win.
When the best man win, right? I remember that, like, was it who tried first? I think it was. I still think it was you.
Don't make sure that it was that person. But I just say like other people tried.
Then
me, I was just like, you know what, Chisholm? Because in my head, I was like, I'm not gonna try, honestly, because I was like, I'm not trying to get held, man.
Yeah.
But after a while, you know, your confidence goes up. You're high. You're just like, you know what?
I can back this.
Let's make a move, yo. Almost see the L where I chop.
Yo, man, she gave Chisholm an L. A huge L. And I was like, yo, that's actually crazy, man. Because like, you know what, in my head I was like, okay, my chances are probably lower now. You know, if she rejected Chisholm, like, what are my odds? You know how I feel? You know, that's what in my head I was thinking. I was like, yeah, but you know, let me just try. Because, you know, I feel that I still have my own different kind of sauce. I still have my own different kind of sauce. When I tried, I got it.
Let me give you standing ovation.
Yo, I got it, and I was like, yo, man, I'm built different.
Honestly, I was shocked.
Was shook.
I was like, wow, is this Pionero in action? Wow.
Oh my God.
I was like, let me bring out my notebook and take notes.
Take notes, bro.
Man.
And you know, I was successful, and also, you know, it's different when it's like maybe the best bar win and you're the man that won.
Yeah, the man that won.
You know what I mean? Like, Jason has his own experience of that. I have my own experience of that.
Yeah.
But like, you know, when we've both gotten rejected by, you know, the person that we, you know, the other person got successful with.
Yep.
we take it their chest. We're still friends. You know,
It's
we
like,
understand
yo,
the game.
move,
It's
man.
all fair game.
It's all
That's
fair
how
game.
that's another key point. It is all fair game. That's the truth.
Yeah, honestly, not like no one owes you anything. That's just the way it is. So that you remember when we were talking about like in secondary school, like like they're always going with the bad guys.
Yeah,
I'm such a nice guy, and they're not like they don't owe you shit, fam.
They don't owe you shit.
They don't owe you anything. It's all fair game, fam. Learn the game or get out. That's just the way it is. Learn the game
facts.
or get out. But I'll say one thing: stay true to yourself. You know, don't try to like learn the game you want to play. There's multiple games being played. Because not every woman is the same. Find your lane and play that game, but learn it though. Don't blame anyone. Don't blame the job for not hiring you. Don't blame a woman for not accepting your advances. Don't blame genetics for not being good at something.
Yeah.
Just take responsibility and know that this is fair game. Life sucks. We move. That's just it. And honestly, that mentality will save you from a lot of wahala.
Yeah.
Because when you know it's fair game, in your head, you give yourself a fighting chance.
Yeah. Focus on what you can control and try to be good at it.
Preach, fam.
You know what I mean?
Preach.
Focus on what you can control. Honestly, that's the truth. Like, Chisom is, what do you call it? Chisom, how tall are you?
6'2", sir.
Chisom is 6'2". I'm 5'9". Some niggas will be out here saying that, Chisom has height. It's like, nah, bro. It literally, throughout history, if you look, it's all fair game. Chisom has his height, good for him.
Peter got the beard, fam.
I got my beard. I got my sexy eyebrows.
Yeah, so okay. Is this what now turned into a hype session?
but you know what I mean? Like I have my own different approach to things, different than Chisom. You know, even though Chisom does not shoot his shots that much, I shoot more than him. But that is my own choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one is more noble, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just be true to yourself, honestly. That's just true.
Be true to yourself, stay in your lane, and understand the differences and work around it, right? When Peter talked about he started dressing well, he started making sure that his shoe was crisp. Those things might seem shallow, but when it comes to playing the game, you have to play the game. That's just the way it is. Now, don't do too much. Don't be buying shoes that your parents cannot afford because you're trying to impress a girl. That's a whole different ball game. It's more like the bottom line is this: be happy with who you are. The moment you're happy with who you attract what you deserve.
Yeah, and strive for better. Honestly, that's the truth. Strive to be better. Like my kid was just to strive to be better. You know what I mean? Yep. And that gave me a fighting chance. And all of a sudden, he did a complete 180. Yeah. I went back down again, reshuffled, reorganized myself in the US. Came to college, reorganized myself again. Just simple things that you're not always going to be like hit the jackpot all the time.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Actually, but you still have to fail more.
You're going to fail more, even in the transitions. You can even fail more. You can be less successful with each transition. But you just have to tell yourself that I'll keep trying, I'll keep going, I'll keep trying to improve. Because if you give up, bro, there's no way that you make it. You know what I mean? That's honestly the truth.
And it applies to every facet of life.
Yeah,
like romantic life, career life. Like any life, anything you're doing in this life, that fear of rejection or fear of failure like holds people back a lot, and it prevents them from actually taking a chance. You don't want to take a chance because if they reject me, what will happen now? They're just like, bro, just do it, man. I remember when I used to be scared of interviews, right? I was literally so afraid of interviews to the point where I would never prepare for the interview because I'm scared of failing the interview.
That's crazy.
Does that make sense? But you know that for you to pass the interview, you just have to prepare.
You have to practice, yeah.
But the fear of failing is not allow you to practice. It's like, bruh, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. So I don't know, man. Like I think we dropped some proper gems, to the young men, and it applies to women too out here. Yeah, but
I mean, do you want to talk about the reverse, us rejecting women?
Or us rejecting women? Loki, I hate rejection. It makes me cringe, but you have to do it because
sometimes.
Yeah, you have to do it because I mean, high value, man. Not everyone can get it.
I'm dead.
Yeah, not for everyone. I'm dead. Man. I remember. I mean, like the way. I don't know. What's your approach to rejecting women? Honestly, let me ask you.
My approach is always the nice guy. Like, oh, thank you, and that's literally all I say.
Like, Peter, you look nice today. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Literally, I swear to God.
Can I go out with you? Thank you.
No, I don't. If they say, "Can I go out with you?" or like, "Can I go?" It's like, "Oh no, I'm not." I'm like, "Oh, I'm not like prepared for." I'm not. I also say that. "Oh, I like." Right no, I'm not looking for anything. I'm like, I just want to focus on school. That is literally I'm not looking to get into a relationship. That's literally my calling card.
Oh man, I mean, because I saw. I mean, for me, it's like, I mean, that makes sense. You know, the nice guy thing. For me, it's like, okay, like no girl has ever like outrightly. Okay, that's a lie. But very few girls have actually like outrightly asked me to like be in a relationship with them. But like obviously, sometimes you can see when they're kind of like shooting their shots. You know, they're kind of doing the things. You know, the preliminary stuff. You can see it, and then from there, you just want to. If you know that it's not gonna happen, you just want to shut it down right there and then. You know, so I look use the nice guy approach too. You know, the like it's kind of like you laugh it up as a joke. Like you take it as like ha, you know, like anything they say, you know that you can interpret what they are saying in a section, maybe not like a flirty vibe, but you literally interpret it as a friendly vibe. This guy, so you turned it into a very friendly vibe, into like a flirty vibe. So
you trained it from like being flirting and transitioning into being friendly.
Be friendly.
You know, you're like, oh, thank you. You know, you try to be humble and shit like that.
Exactly. And like instead of using like the normal lines you normally use if you're trying to like flirt back, you know, you use very platonic vibes. Like, you're funny. You know, like things like that.
Yeah.
Like
you're funny. I'm dead. Any girl that chisel that you shot yourself with chisel and say you're funny, I'm sorry.
Yo, hold on.
You're funny. You're mad if you ever say that. You're funny. That's where you be rejecting girls, right? You just say, you're funny.
Oh man, okay. Let not be like I want serial reject now. It's like, but I mean, you have to do it, especially when you know you're looking for certain things. You get me? But yeah, man. But honestly, rejecting girls is not easy because in my head, like it's normal. The way I interpret it, obviously I could be wrong, but the way I see it is societally wise, like guys are the ones that normally get rejected, right? Like the ones that were the natural shooter of shots, were the ones that put ourselves out there. Girls are the ones that normally do the rejecting. And so girls are lucky assholes when they reject you. They'll reject you. They'll go to their friend group, start high fiving all of them. You see how I rejected that guy?
Oh my gosh!
My gosh! Like, but on the flip side, for me, it's like if I see a girl like putting herself out there like that, I'm like, yo, this girl is stepping out of her comfort zone.
I want to protect that kind of. It's not ego. I want to protect that kind of confidence. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's like that confidence is key. I love it. You know, but I don't want to be the one to now shatter it. Right. So I'm very like sensitive. As I try to be, I might be wrong.
I mean, but there are some situations where you just have to move left. You'd be like, like when a random girl just starts, you know, grinding on you at parties, and you're like, you look at her like that. Nah, I'm out. You just move. You just do a 360 Michael Jackson. Woo!
And then maybe you now start dancing with them face to face. You know, like,
I know me. I know the dance. So I just move. I just move to the other side of the party. I like.
Wow, you're really not a nice guy.
I mean, so certain situations, it's just like. You just came out of nowhere and just started shaking the ass in front of me. I was like, yo, man, like, what is this? Like, I never asked for this, man. You know what I mean? I never asked for this. I'm out. I like, what do I do in this situation? I mean, you yourself are kind of funny because of you would, you know, rather like keep yourself in that situation. I'm nice to girl, then leave. You know what I mean?
For me, I'm just kind of like, yo, like, I'm not trying to kill this girl's, should I say, like, self-esteem?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Obviously, I might be overthinking it in my head, you know, like that. But that's just the way I reason. I'm just like, yo, like, we're the ones that normally get rejected. I feel like I'm built for it. Girls, honestly, you should get used to get rejected too, because in life, you have to do your thing. If you're going for something specific, you have to shoot the shot if you need to. You get what I'm saying? But I know that's not how society is built. So I'm trying to be like very protective of that feeling. But I mean, sometimes you just have to do what you have to do, man. You just have to.
I mean, usually, like, if it's the girl is like really close to you, like a close friend of yours that's a girl, that's like when it gets like difficult because you have to mitigate that kind of situation. You know, really be careful.
Mm-hmm.
But
honestly,
It's a vibe.
All these things applies to women too. Yo, can you know?
But what I would do, I'll be extremely friendly towards that girl though that likes me. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll be extremely friendly because honestly I appreciate that you like me. You know what I mean? Like for girls, thank you very much. You know what I mean? Of all people, you like me, so like
I appreciate you, fam.
I appreciate you. Basically, that's literally what I did. I was always nice. You know?
Yeah, I mean, in general, for me, like I'm normally a friendly guy, so like I'm actually genuinely friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
are you trying to say I'm not friendly, bro?
Are you trying? Yeah, friendly guy, but you have your dick moments.
Honestly, yes, I do have my dick moments. I'm not gonna lie.
But me, I'm like normally a friendly guy. Like I like people. I just like so like, and to me, it's not that deep. You know, like I try to build like friendships in everything I do, no matter what. Right, like that's just where I am. But we're diving into a whole different topic,
yeah.
But anyways, let me tell you one story, Like this one is kind of like it's looking like I'll say this was a pussy moment from Chisom.
Yeah.
Right, like when it comes to like you see a situation, obviously for the guys listening, we always say like go for it. If you get rejected, you move.
No, but set situation,
you have to rethink it, bro.
You have to rethink it, like roll that shit back.
Don't be out here shooting your shot anyhow.
Yeah.
Because what you lose respect, like especially like in the dating scene, if you are shooting shots with everyone, then your shots, the value of your shot becomes rubbish. But that's not even what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is this, right? Like during the fashion show on stage, this is what happened. There was this girl. I'm not going to mention her name. Peter knows this girl. I'm sure some people listening to this might know this girl, but this girl in WPI, she blew our minds.
Yeah, beauty.
All of us were like, when it comes to like, when they say boss my brain, this girl shattered my brain. Like just the way
like
she
everyone,
looked.
everyone like
everyone knew.
But like no one shot that.
No one shot that.
Some few guys shot their shot. They went left. Like when we knew that, we were just like, okay, this girl is like, there's no way.
It's not happening.
There's no way. Right. So we just keep your distance and admire from the distance.
Exactly. And I was kind of like friends with her. I wasn't that close to her, but I was kind of like friendly with her, right? But we weren't that close where I was like extremely comfortable. I can just do anything I want and be fine, right? But what now happened was during the fashion show, I was like, you know what? There was this scene in the show where I was going to get rejected by a girl on stage because it's kind of like, it was like a rose where like me and another guy is approaching a girl. She rejects me and then she goes with the other guy. Right, so that's what happened, right? Like she rejects me. Everyone on stage, everyone's like, "Wow, you just got rejected." Shit.
So we took an L.
Yeah, I took an L. But my plan was when I take that L, obviously that was scripted. My plan was when I take that L, I'll now turn to her. Yeah. In my head, I was like,
"The girl in the audience.
This is the girl in the audience, right?
Front stage. They put her in front stage on purpose."
I'll turn to her. This part was not scripted. This part was just me doing my own thing, right? I'll turn to her and give her the rose. And then like call her and then give her the rose. So in my head it's like it's not scripted, nothing happened, she doesn't know. So me doing that is me putting myself out there in front of the whole school.
Yeah,
Jesus. I was like, yo,
this one was feeling the pressure. His heart
I was like, okay, Chisom, you can do it. Because I was trying to psych myself, like, just do it. Just like, because this is the girl that we'll be crushing on since freshman year.
I mean, we crushed on her the whole
of the WPI. Even though, like, we had, like, different relationships, but this girl that you just appreciate from afar.
Yeah.
So, obviously, senior year, I was just like, you know what, let me live in a bang. Let me be like, I did something that was not really shooting my shots, but at least I did something. Then I can go and talk with Peter later. I'm like, yo, I did that shit. So as small as that, but that's how much it meant to us, Loki.
Yeah.
Bro, when the time came, this girl rejected me on stage, everything. It was time for me to now call the girl, give her the rose.
Yeah.
Yo, I pussied out completely.
when Chiso walked in, I just imagine you just you're taking that turn into the stage.
Yeah.
You just see the bright lights.
I literally looked. Because she was on my right. I looked. I saw her. She was looking on stage. I was like, Chisom is now. I started going. As I took what I just stood. And y'all give it to one of my guy friends in front because Eddie was in front right there. I just give him the rose.
Yeah.
Oh man, yo, that thing blew my mind. And the funny thing is that after the show, I was now talking to her. And then I told her, she was like, yo, you should have done it, man. Like, because, you know, I remember I told you that we're friends, but we're not, like, extremely close.
Yeah,
so I was talking to her, and I told her, yo, that's what I was planning to do. She was like, yo, you should have done it. That would have been dope. Yo, when she said that would have been nice, I was like, I was just kicking myself.
Yeah,
but
man.
honestly, in that situation, I would say I look, like, in hindsight, knowing that it would have been cool.
Yeah.
Like, she would have actually come.
Yeah.
I'll be like, obviously, I'll kick myself, but in reality, I'm just like, yo, I'm looking glad I played
that pressure. That pressure
was so much. Because if you went the other direction, yo, should have just been like, because this girl, she's a very low key girl.
Extremely low key.
So you don't really know what you're gonna get. That's the thing. If it was a girl, there are some girls you know that if you call, they are fine, they will come, right? But this one is like you don't really know. Like no one really knows. Yo, I pissed it out of that, man.
Yeah, this was not trying to take that L. This was not trying to take that L.
Not in front of the whole school, man. Not in the show that we organize everything. Like, yo. Nope. Oh, man. But my brothers, sometimes just take a dive.
Just you know, re-strategize. Re-strategize. It's okay. It's okay. You know, it's okay to lose the battle.
Exactly.
You know, you fight another day.
No, I mean, so it's all right. I'll just regret that.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyhow, yeah. I mean, do you want to talk about anything else, or do you think
do you want me to give you a big one?
Give them that big one, I beg.
All right. I'm just going to give you guys this spice. Because this one, this shows you like, no matter even the experience you have, sometimes you can just take L's.
Your confidence will just lose you.
Upon L's. Like, literally, your confidence can just leave you left. You know, like left. All right.
Oh, man.
So let me give you guys this whole background. Oh my gosh, now I'm cringing just telling this story.
Do it.
It's so bad. Like this is probably my worst like shot I've ever shot in my life. But you know, it comes with experience.
Yeah.
You know, you find out who you are. So I matched with this girl on Tinder, right? Very cute. You know, I knew her already. Like I kind of like was low key like in like kind of talking with her. Not like talking with her, but like acquaintance. You know what I mean? Like she knew me and I knew her.
Yep.
And we matched on Tinder. And obviously, you know, I was trying to, I was like, yo, man, this girl is really cute, right? Mm-hmm. So and I was like, I liked her personality, like the vibe that she gave. So I was like, okay, yo, let me bring my guys in to help me. You know, try to give that first text. Myself. You know, try to, you know, get that swaggy text. You know, I don't even remember what I said, but I said something shy, and like she started replying, right? So we had a whole conversation.
Okay.
And I think I was able to get her number, bro.
Okay.
So like it was successful, right?
Yeah.
The whole conversation. And so we went to a party, right? Not like but like she was at a party that I went to also. Mm-hmm. And I saw her and she saw me. And you know, obviously, by the way, you know, this is for my short niggas out there. They don't have him. She was taller than me, bro.
Yo.
She was taller than me. So I had that inferiority complex of height. I was like, yo, but this girl, I like this. This is something that like I have to battle with because you know, if you know, honestly, like tall women, like I love tall women too, bro. You know? No shit, like, no shit.
It's all fair game. That's what
it's all fair game. I shoot my shot with tall women as well, but this was like my very first like experience of like trying to like do that thing. So it was like a new experience to be like looking a girl up. She wasn't that much taller than me, by the way. She was probably like 5'10" or 5'11". But she was shot taller than me, and I was like, "Yo, man, what the hell?" But like she was, you know, giving me.
No, the thing is that I feel you though, because even being with my height, like there's some girls that are maybe like 6 foot. Mm-hmm. You know, like they're not taller than me, but obviously maybe in heels they might be taller than me. But even that feeling, it feels so weird, man. Just like
you just looking at her, like, this girl is a giant. This girl is a giant. So I was looking at her. I was like, yo, oh my god. I just felt small. I felt like a shrimp. I felt small. I was like, yo, how am I going to talk to this girl, man?
Oh man.
So I was like, you know, I built up the hype with my guy friends.
Okay, let me go talk. Let's do it, bro.
But I was nervous as hell, bro. Nervous. I literally tapped this girl on the shoulder. And obviously, you don't have music playing in the background. It's loud, everything. And I was talking to her. I was like, oh, like, cause she knew it was me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I knew it was her. And I tried to talk into her ear, like, tried to say something. I don't remember what I was trying to say. But I was trying to say something, right? But she didn't hear me. She was like, oh, what did you say? Literally, the air in my voice, like, passed away. Left. Because I was like, already, like the fact that I opened my mouth, I even, like, talked to her, like, raising my neck like this. I tried to talk to her. I was like, And I was like,
oh. My girl was like, shit.
I was like, yo, man, I need to back out. This is too much pressure. This is too much pressure. This is too, I bought.
Because you have your Nigerian accent. You are trying to shout to an American babe. And they're like, what did you say? And then you don't have everything else. Oh,
you don't have that, like that high difference. I like, yo, man, this is too much. This is too much. So in my heart, I was like, yo. So she didn't hear me. And she now like, obviously the party was going on. She now like moved away to her friends.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, she didn't hear me. Like, let me just look for another opportunity to try to shoot my shot again.
Yeah.
Bro, man, I took L after L after
you
L
went back?
after L. I went back, like, I tried, like, because of, like, I tried, like, when you tap someone, but, like, they don't respond. Like, they respond, like, once, then, like, it was just, like, on and off. You know what I mean? She looks at me, she talks to me.
Really
the attention is not really there. Our attention is, like, everywhere.
And then you're just standing there awkwardly.
Bro. I'm just like, bro, I tried that thing, like, probably, like, 3 more times. I was like, fucking, I'm out.
Like, when you were trying to talk to her, like, what were you saying?
I was just saying some cringe. It wasn't like cringe, but like I couldn't say it. You know what I mean? Like my voice was just like hooked. I was like, like when there's something in your throat, I literally couldn't. It's as if like I was like out here talking to a whole different kind of breed. Like I'm talking to an alien.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like. It was so bad. And I was looking at her, I said, yo, Chibuzo, man, just go and sleep. You need to go sleep. Like, the fact that like, I just realized that, like, that high thing can really, really affect you. Because if it was a small girl, I wouldn't, like, feel anyhow.
Yeah.
I won't feel anyhow. Like, I open my mouth and talk. But the fact that she's just, like, up there.
Yeah.
And, like that's a whole different kind of angle. A whole different kind of situation. I'm not used to this kind of situation. I was my very first time, and also I wanted to like practice because I like tall girls too.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like feel comfortable in that kind of situation.
Yep.
In that kind of situation of like girl being taller than you, like how could you handle that?
Yep.
And I failed, but in my head I was like I failed, but it was my first time trying to. So I gave myself a pass, but still, man, that one was bad.
I mean, you have to give yourself a mental pass,
so
that you have the balls to do it again. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that stuff was bad. I was just looking at myself like, man, you look like a bitch today. Man. You look like a complete bitch. Like, how am I going to approach this girl ever again?
Yo,
but she just look at me like a pussy. Like, look at this small twat.
Look at this guy.
Look at this small. Now, this is what I was telling myself in my head. I was like, bro, man. L's, man. Just took that L.
L's.
That's that L. But you see, I don't feel Chiso will ever do that with a girl that is taller than him. Yeah, so it's like different strategies.
Yeah, a girl that is taller than me, she's like quite tall. Like, for her to be taller than me, she's quite tall. So like, we're talking like 6'3", 6. I'm like, wow. This is it's quite the lady.
But bro, you can understand that dynamic.
No, but I understand that dynamic though, because the funny thing is that I wasn't always tall though, right? Like it took a while. Like I literally got tall in college. It's like the whole of second, like okay, maybe like SS3, which is grade 12. I became like average heights. I was like an average height guy, maybe like a bit on the top. But like from GS1 all the way to like SS2, I was short. So I was a short ass guy. So like that like feeling with short girls, you hear things like, oh, I like him, but he's too short.
Bro. Exactly. That was like another thing I was thinking in my head. Because of like that I only date guys who are taller than me. That kind of stereotypes.
So
it was just like me going up to her was just like all these like stigmas that are just hitting me. And I was like, that like, shit caught my throat.
Break through this 1 inch of height difference between us.
Oh my gosh. Even girls that are your same height.
Yeah, exactly. Even girls that are your height, low-key is somehow. It's like you're looking at them eye to eye. I'm just like, I don't like this. I don't like this. Like I'm trying.
But me personally, Yeah, I want to fight that kind of situation. You know, I want to get better at that kind of situation.
Loki though, I like it. Like girls
I like tall girls.
I like it. It was like,
if my wife is taller than me, I wouldn't mind. Actually, I would even prefer my wife to be taller than me.
For your wife to be taller than you.
Come kiss me, baby. Come down and kiss me.
Come here, baby.
Come here. She'd be like,
or she can carry you.
She can carry. Oh no, that's disrespectful. She can't be carrying you like that, bro. What the hell? Hell no, she can't be carrying you. What? I'm not a baby. I'm not sure that.
Oh man, I mean for me, I do like tall girls. Like I like tall girls. Like if a girl is very short, I mean it just makes life a bit harder. At least in my opinion. Yeah. No, but like I mean average height girls, I like them too. You know, like
I mean I like all
girls pretty much. I like all shapes and sizes. It's just the way it is. Like,
but that was probably my worst experience of like that feeling of like. It was bad. Yeah. But like we move,
bro. That's honestly the motto. We move.
Yeah.
What was that? What was that beef that Bart sent us? We move.
Oh yeah, I did get Valentine's gift. No one gave me Valentine's card. No one is my Valentine.
Yeah.
But we move.
Honestly, every young man out there, even women, that's just the way it is.
That's the way life is.
Should be we move. When we move, don't like go and seclude yourself or don't be like, oh, I'll never do it again. When you move, you move on and do it again.
Learn from your experience.
Recalculate, don't do the exact same.
Yeah, recalculate.
Don't be doing just 3 random shots here and there. It's like that. You want the value of your shots to hold water. You know?
Like any guy who has a girlfriend that's taller than him, please, I would love you to come on the podcast and explain to me that dynamic, like how you moved, because I need help. Honestly, I need help because of the fact that you're able to pull that off. I respect it. Like honestly, I don't know if you are the other. It's like a different kind of situation. Like I respect the man who can do that kind of thing. I mean,
talk to your dad. You literally have first-hand experience there.
My dad.
But from the older generation though.
Yeah, he's an older generation. I need someone closer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my dad. That's one of my inspirations because the fact that my dad can do it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to do it too.
I want to do it too, man. Like my dad can do it, I can do it too.
Yeah. So I need to get experience in that area.
But honestly, that's what I like to hear. It's kind of like, like this is something that we think about. But how can I learn and overcome? That's what your mindset should be. That's pretty much what you should be doing. How can I learn and overcome? That's life for you.
All right, baby. Let's move to the proverb.
Thank you so much for joining us with this week's episode of the Afro Journal podcast.
Oh, spicy.
As usual, very spicy. I like this one. I liked it. But as usual, I'll leave you with a proverb for next week. And it goes like this. The axe forgets, but the tree remembers.
Can you repeat that again?
The axe forgets. You know what an axe is?
I bet hear a little bit of H factor, but
the axe.
The
hacks. I didn't say hacks. Did I say hacks? Yeah, I'm an Igbo man. I'm not Yoruba man. Like, I speak proper English.
You get me? Shot fired.
Oh, man, but yeah, the axe forgets, but the tree remembers. Come through next week for the interpretation. It's your boy Chisom Ejike Jeremiah Okafor,
and it's your boy Peter Ikechukwu Chibizo Aliogo Jr.
Find us on social media at Afro_journal.
We on Twitter, baby.
I'm on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, all that good stuff.
Instagram
as well.
Follow us on the gram.
Exactly. Share this video. Subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. I know you guys like this. I'm looking at you. You want to subscribe to the Afro Journal podcast on all your favorite platforms, Spotify, Apple, whatever it might be, YouTube. You know? Oh, let's grow this family. We're enjoying this. Bro. I'm enjoying this journey, honestly.
Honestly, I'm loving it.
But we out, guys.
Deuces.
Peace.